Hello everyone, this is Cherie. It is Monday, March 23rd, 2020, and this is my weekly summary of my first week sheltering in place due to the COVID-19 virus. So I've been keeping myself busy. I've got my daily things to do list here, and I've been working out every day. So what I do is I alternate aerobics and dance with weights and core work, and today is my weight workout. And I'm doing yoga every day. I think that right now is a great time to do yoga. If you've thought about it and you've never started, why not? There's a lot of yoga on YouTube. The videos I recommend are Jane Fonda. She has a 3-part series, like it's from the same workout, but it's cut into 3 different episodes. Sarah Ivanhoe from Crunch Fitness. There's a candlelight workout that she has online. I also have one of her DVDs, and that was the first thing that got me into yoga. And then my supervisor at work recommended Sarah Beth Yoga on YouTube. So you can find lots of stuff on YouTube. Doesn't have to be really advanced stuff. I don't do advanced yoga. But right now is a great time to start this practice. You focus on breathing, and it will help calm you down and just be more aware of your body. So definitely recommend yoga. So other things I've been doing every day have been flossing my teeth, because I had a dental appointment a few weeks ago, and for some reason I just kept it on my list to do every day. It's a good thing to do every day, but it's, it's one of those things right before you have a dentist appointment, you just start doing everything really well. And it's funny because it was about 4 days before we got the shelter in place order, and I was kind of wondering if I should actually cancel the dentist appointment, but I didn't, and I'm glad I went. And other things, I've been reading every day, so I finally finished The Professor by Charlotte Bronte. This was the first book she wrote before Jane Eyre. It's one that wasn't published until after her death, though, and it's the only novel by her that has not been turned into a movie. And I actually think, with the right screenplay, it would make a really fine movie. I have also been watching a lot of movies, which I'm sure a lot of you have too. I don't have Netflix, but I've got a whole bunch of DVDs at home, and then the library offers a service called Canopy and a service called Hoopla, on which you can also watch movies, so I'm good. So this past week I rewatched Isle of Dogs, one of my favorite new animations. Mrs. Miniver, this was a old Best Picture winner. It's in black and white, and it's a propaganda piece. It was actually made to help Americans want to get into the war. Either the book was or the movie was, but it worked. If Bill Street Could Talk. This just shows a really horrible problem that exists in America, and it's very heavy. If you like those kind of movies, definitely watch it. And then The Rider. This is about a rodeo star who suffers an injury and has to change to breaking in horses, I guess is what it's called. I was so amazed with this, with the interaction that the main actor had with the horses. And when I researched it, I found out it was based on a true story, and it was a rodeo star who starred in it. So, really interesting if you like to see the interplay between humans and horses. One of the horses dies. I'm going to tell you that because I get really tired of seeing animal movies and then the animal dies at the end. But not every animal dies in this, but there is a horse that has to be put down. Just letting you know. And then finally, Knives Out. 3rd time I've seen it. Such a good movie. I mean, if you like murder mysteries, for people who say they love Clue, I think they'll love this even more. Definitely watch Knives Out. And I don't know what I'll be watching today. Maybe something fun, because a lot of those were kind of more heavier films, and I'm kind of in a mood where I need some lightness right now. Another thing I've been doing is reading screenplays. And the first one I read was Frozen Walt. That's one that I actually co-wrote with a friend who lives in LA. And I don't know if you can see this. I've got a lot of red going on. So now I'm working through it, redlining it for editing and for revising. I also read Fellini's 8½, and that took me a really long time. It took me like 3 days. It's a long script. I remember enjoying the film when I saw it, but this screenplay was almost intolerable for me to read. And when I got halfway through, I'm like, why was this on my list? Was this a Best Original Screenplay winner? So I looked it up in Wikipedia, and it had been nominated, but it did not win for that year. I think because I enjoyed the movie so much, that's why I put it on the list, or it was on someone else's list that I transferred to my list. But yeah, I do not recommend reading 8½. If you're a beginning screenwriter and you want to see some examples, just don't. Like, the main character is passive. There's a lot of dialogue, insignificant dialogue, stuff that doesn't drive the story. The movie is actually surrealist. It's beautifully shot. This is one of the cases where, the screenplay doesn't give you any inkling of how great the film can be. And then I read Back to the Future, which was an awesome screenplay. So if you want to read fun screenplays, Back to the Future. It's fun because you can see where they change things around. The beginning was changed. There was a little more information about Marty and his insecurities, about sending a demo tape in, which is funny because in the final version of the film, when he's walking down into the new kitchen, he actually has his demo tape package in his hand. And I was always wondering why he had that in his hand, what the story was, but they just kind of cut that part out. There was something else that was kind of major that was interesting, but I don't remember right now. But anyway, it's always fun to go back and read the screenplays to see what changes are made, and almost invariably the changes make for a better film. And then let's talk about Dumpster Donna. I haven't read it yet. I was supposed to, and I keep putting it off. There are these things that I put off because now that this virus has come out, I feel like the world of Dumpster Donna it's not how things are going to be in the future. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use Dumpster Donna as an example of my writing, but I'm not sure at this point if it would be made, because I don't think the world is going to be progressing the same way that it used to after this virus has run its course. So it'll be interesting to see. I probably could change stuff around, and instead of focusing so much on the freegan movement, I could focus more on just recycling and eliminating fast fashion, stuff like that. But at this point, I really want to get on to my next feature-length screenplay, which is one that I would like to direct, and it's the Highway 17 screenplay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, read Dumpster Donna, edit it, fix it up, enter it into the contest. Maybe not so many contests now, because now I have to save my money, because right now, money's not coming in. I did sign up for unemployment because we've been furloughed for 3 weeks, but I don't know how much money that's going to be. And so the money that I kind of earmarked for screenwriting contests right now, I'm gonna have to keep for food. So instead of the 3 main contests, Austin, Page, and Nickel, I might just do Nickel. I don't know. This is something I think everyone should be thinking about right now. But when someone dies, if you don't have all your affairs in order right now, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know who's going to get this, who's going to die. Make it easier on your loved ones to have all this information together. So this goes through, a list of all the items that people have to deal with when someone dies. And so I need to put together a list for my mother if I die, what my credit card is, where my storage locker is, who to contact to maybe get stuff off the computer, all the things that are on my card that I have monthly, taken out, canceling the phone, all that kind of stuff. And at the same time, I need to get that stuff from her. And that's just one of those uncomfortable things that no one wants to talk about or think about. I have kind of had this on my list for almost 2 years. My dad died 2 years ago, and when that happened, it's like, oh, I really need to get stuff in order, but it's one of those things I don't want to think about, so I haven't done it. I've had this folder and this printout for almost 2 years now, but I think right now is the time to do it, and I encourage anyone watching to think about that too. The other thing I haven't been working on so much is editing. I've got that Parasite video. That's a long one, so I've been putting that off. Not like I've still been keeping myself very busy during the days. I have been working consistently on getting ready for the My Silicon Valley series, which at this point, again, I shot a bunch of videos going to like tourist attractions. After this virus has made its rounds, I don't know what they're going to keep open. I don't know if the hours are going to be the same. I'm probably going to have to preface each video with this was shot on this date, BC 19 or whatever. So anyway, so that's something, at least I have been working on it, but who knows, who knows about that channel now. Everything's so up in the air. But I'm going to stop talking now. I hope you all are doing well, and I will update you again in a week, let you know how the second week has gone. I hope you're all well. Bye.